After 5 years of being sold to an underground ring, I saw my Moonchild brother and my best friend sitting in the audience laughing. My brother Nathan Ortega dropped dead from exhaustion after working 48 hours straight. By the time I rushed to the hospital, Nathan had already been cremated. I didn't even have time to grieve before the people from an underground casino came knocking on my door demanding repayment. Only then did I learn Nathan had racked up over $100 million in gambling debts, and I was the sole heir in his will to pay off the debt. I was forced to drop out of school and was sold by the casino to a red light district in some backward country. But then I saw Nathan, who was supposed to be dead, dressed in designer clothes and attending a performance with my best friend Jillian Sanderson. Nathan tossed out a crisp $200 bill and smiled as he thanked me for my sacrifice. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day Nathan had died. Sarah, you have to stay strong. We did everything we could, but Nathan still. My best friend Jillian, who also happened to be Nathan's attending physician, looked at me with a worried expression. She helped me sit down and spoke with regret and sorrow. You shouldn't see the body. I know how close you two were. I'm afraid you won't be able to handle it. I stared at her familiar face, then glanced down at my unharmed body, stunned. I thought, did I just get a second chance? I had been granted a miraculous opportunity to rewrite my fate in my previous life. When I'd heard the news of Nathan's sudden death, I'd run 5 red lights in a frenzy to get to the hospital. But I was still too late. I held his death certificate in my hands and cried until I passed out. When I woke up, Nathan had already been cremated. All that remained of him was a box of ashes. I hadn't even processed my grief when the people from the underground casino came to collect his debts. That was when I learned Nathan had left me with over $100 million in gambling debts. Our house was auctioned off, and my grandmother Carol Ortega sold off the family business. I had to drop out of school and ended up renting a dingy basement to survive, but I still couldn't pay off the debt. Sent the mob boss sold me to a backward country where they cut off my limbs and displayed me like some freak show. One day during a performance, I saw Nathan,